Yeah, it's just insane. It's everywhere.
AI is an excellent tool, but it does screw up. All right, so hey,
Yeah.
welcome to ProfitDig Live. I'm Jeff Givens. I'm here with Jeff Spencer,
What's up, guys?
Chris Work,
Howdy.
and Jerry Work behind the camera. Jerry is clothed for this video.
Yeah.
We're all thankful.
Yeah,
Well, I was going to say, he only has a denim button-up shirt on his body, and it's open.
yeah.
All right. Just picture that in your head.
Yeah.
At least he held it on backwards.
Yeah. We were just talking about AI. Man, since what, 2019, AI has been on the lips of every major company.
Well, it's just like...
In the past 2 years,
Yeah.
it's really everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Well, and I'll be honest with you, like, in my line of work, I subscribe to multiple applications. They have all implemented some sort of AI functionality. I haven't even used it. So I'm like, I don't even know. I'm like, I don't even know what to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like task management and time tracking and things like that for other projects that I do that are not construction related.
Mm-hmm.
It has all this AI functionality, to help me manage my business.
Mm-hmm.
It could be that my business is very simplistic in terms of tasks that come in from the clients or whatever, but yeah, it's just insane. It's everywhere.
Yeah, well, I think most people know AI in the form of two different forms. They know AI as they're using a service and it has AI in it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what that means could mean a lot of different things.
Sure.
You interface with AI kind of indirectly in that way.
Yeah.
The other way is these large language models. They call them frontier models, like the big ones. You're talking about ChatGPT, you're talking about Gemini, Grok, you're talking about Anthropic, which has the different Claude models. So within AI, you've got these different companies, and these companies have different AI models that you can chat with, that you can interact with, right? And there are even, depending on the service, different tiered plans where you'll get different results. That's kind of like the second version, and most people are more familiar with, I think most people are using chatbots in some form or fashion today.
Oh, if you're engaged in any sort of online activity requiring customer support, you 100%.
I know for me, one thing that it's great for is I'll type up an email, and I'm terrible. I like to be really detailed in my emails, but I'll repeat the same thing 3 times.
Right.
And I work on global projects with like people from all over the globe, and I'll use local idioms. I'll say things that are only said in the U.S. And if maybe English wasn't your first language, you'd read what was said, and you'd think if you translated in your mind, it wouldn't make any sense at all.
No.
So I use it I'll type up an email and I'll throw it into the AI. And typically I use Microsoft Copilot because that's what's allowed within our security, within our organization. So I'll use Copilot and I'll say, hey, can you shorten this and take out any duplicates? I'll give it some basic instructions and I'll just copy paste. And it does a fantastic job of spitting it out. Now, the trick is AI is an excellent tool, but it does screw up.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? So you want to make sure that whatever it spits back out at you,
Proofread or check.
you always need to proofread it.
Now, proofread it.
I've found that is really useful. Another thing, and I had this experience recently, is I was creating a PowerPoint presentation. I work in a big company. We do PowerPoints. We love PowerPoints.
Love some PowerPoint.
Yep. I had a 72-page PowerPoint.
72 pages.
And it was way too big. I was trying to do everything under the sun in this PowerPoint, and it was really a very focused PowerPoint. I took my PowerPoint, I uploaded it into the chat. I said, hey, I want you to look at this. Here's what I'm trying to accomplish with this presentation. And I gave it my list of what I was trying to accomplish. I said, based on what you see, how can we update this presentation to be much tighter and smaller? And after talking back and forth with it, it gave me some ideas that were really fantastic. I was able to cut that presentation down from 72 pages to 18.
Wow.
Yeah, because I was trying to do way too much.
Right.
So I had a bunch of stuff that wasn't really necessary for that particular presentation, but and it was honestly it was stressing me out because I was like, God, not only did I have to make the content, but I had to make it look good. 72 pages of making something look good is tough. Instead, condensing it down, taking out unnecessary things, it did a great job of reading through what I had, me giving it the context and giving me suggestions. And I took, let's say, 75, 80% of the
I
suggestions.
was gonna say you took about 80% of it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
I condensed it, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's like I remember back in the old days, God, what were we talking like 2022? When you when you take a spreadsheet or some campaign data,
Yep.
I'm having to do formulas and everything else, to like crush the numbers and see how this is working or this is working. And you don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, you have to effectively manage the campaigns, but in terms of analyzing that data, I mean, it's just amazing. You just pop it in Google Sheet, and there's Gemini right there inside of Google Sheet waiting for you. I mean, it's like, let's analyze this, and let's pick out our top performing ads and top performing campaigns and keywords and impression share and all of this.
Yeah.
And it'll spit out a beautiful executive summary where I have all the points that I'm concerned with.
That's all you gotta do is
I do.
check it.
What's
You're
that?
good to go.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I mean, you absolutely have to check it. Of course, in Google Sheets, it's a lot easier because it's literally just creating the formulas for you.
Yeah.
But now Gemini is part of Google, right?
Gemini is part of Google.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, Gemini is Google's frontier AI.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's different Gemini models within that AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's like the chat, which is going to be your Gemini 2, your Gemini 3. And then there's I think Gemini has is it Nano Banana? Is that their image creator? So like they have image creation, video.
It can be
creation.
stubborn.
Yeah.
I found it can be
Not
stubborn.
all AI tools are succeeding
They are
the way
not.
some others
They
are.
are
But the
not.
chat version of it, like if you're not using it today, and I know I don't want to pick on Jeff here, but he was saying he's scared of AI. My wife has mentioned she's scared of AI as well. And I think there is some concern,
There's some hesitation
there.
Yeah, sure.
But I know at least for me, I want to be AI forward adopting because at least in my industry, if I'm put in a position to where AI eliminates capabilities of my job,
Yeah.
if I'm a master of AI at that point, it doesn't really matter, right? Like the people that cannot effectively use AI in their workflows are the ones that are going to be lost.
Yeah.
The ones that are using and engaging with AI, and once again, it doesn't mean that AI does your job for you. It is a
You
supplement.
still have to know how to perform the job.
Yeah.
It's just AI can increase your level of efficiency.
And if you're an expert in a particular field, you'll notice when you ask it a very specific question, like maybe it does some things really well, and you're like, gosh, that looks really professional. But maybe you ask it a very specific question that, as an expert, you know exactly what it should return.
Yeah.
And it spits out something that looks fantastic, and you read through it and you go, it has no idea what it's talking about. And there's a disconnect.
Yeah.
Because we tend to think of people who speak intelligently as being intelligent. AI is not really intelligent. It's a workhorse,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So
it does. It'll if it'll start to hallucinate over time. Like we had talked about that. Like if you've gone down this rabbit hole of something you're trying to accomplish, and then suddenly it just is no longer making sense,
or it makes something up. Makes it up completely.
or just make it up.
Yeah.
It will absolutely hallucinate.
Yeah.
It's insane. Yeah. In fact, a buddy of mine, he owns an ad agency and has been in business for years. And one day he just asked Gemini. He was like, "Tell me everything you know about my company." And so it started going back, and it was just telling him everything about his company, clients he had worked with. Essentially, AI models, they still rely on indexed content. I mean, it's not like they've just created their own model of data here.
Yeah,
I mean,
they have
still
a
rely
data
on-
set.
Right. And so it started going through this, and it kept associating him with like a wedding photography company. And he was like, that's not me. And Gemini insisted that this is you. And you're vice president even of this wedding photography. And he's like, no, I have no association with this company. Long story short, he got Gemini to basically say, I am dumb. That was its response. And he took a screenshot of the entire prompt. And he's going to print a poster to hang in his office. He's got to go because AI admitted that I am dumb.
Yeah.
Because I totally made the mistake of assuming that you're vice president of this wedding photography company. I mean, it was pretty funny. He called me up to tell me about it.
I know my favorite some of my favorite interactions is when it sounds real positive, because a lot of them sound real positively reinforcing.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll say like, hey, I need you to do this thing. Or you'll tell it like, oh, I was thinking about doing this. This is my idea. And let's say like, you've got a great start on this. It's very encouraging.
Yeah.
It said, based on what you've told me, this is an excellent, analysis, and it's just like really blowing smoke,
Yeah.
And then it'll say like, would you like me to do A, B, or C? And then you say, okay, do A.
Yeah.
And it'll say, here, I've done A for you. What do you think? And you say like, that's totally wrong. And then it'll say,
you're right.
It'll say, oh, you know what? You're right. You're right, Jeff. I missed that.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it is. I've encountered that so many times.
Yeah. So, I mean, you have to know that it is a tool, and the competency of those tools is increasing significantly.
Yeah.
If you look at where they're at now versus 3 years ago, it looks like an entirely different landscape.
Yeah.
And that'll be true 3 years from now.
No, and it's just like old application. I mean, junk data in, junk data out. So, I mean, if you feed it actual real world data from your business and you're like, I want to analyze this, and you provide some feedback on performance on whatever factors, insert the blank. Yeah, it does a very good job with that.
Yeah, I would say, at least the way I'm trying to get integrated with AI in my daily workflows, is not to think of it as another, not saying, hey, do this work for me.
No.
Because if you do that, you are going to be very disappointed in the results. Instead, use it as an accelerator and as a way to generate additional ideas. Because it is really good at exploring other ideas. And even if those ideas don't necessarily make sense when you read the response, it could get you thinking about something you hadn't thought about before. So keep in mind, it's a tool. Don't be afraid of it, because it's coming.
Oh, it's absolutely coming.
And you can either get on board with it or get left behind.
Yeah.
I mean, different industries and different businesses will have different timelines for this. But for me, I want to make sure that I am in line with understanding the tools and technology that's available for me with AI. So don't be scared, Jeff.
Don't be scared, Jeff. It's not gonna hurt you. Yeah.
Yeah. But like, I wouldn't trust it. We were talking about Project Takeoff earlier. I wouldn't trust uploading a PDF to ChatGPT and say, hey, can you do this takeoff for me? Here's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's not a fun experiment.
It would be a fun experiment.
But beyond that, no. There should be no expectation.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
You're the expert.
Yeah.
But there may be things that you're doing in your job that you could offload to AI that aren't as super critical.
But you're saying it's possible that it could come in the future.
100% it's coming.
Oh, it's coming. Yeah.
The real gap that we have right now is that AI has access to a tremendous amount of repositories, and it can train itself on a lot of data. But that's not a good comparison to the human mind of an expert that's been in a field for decades.
Yeah.
You have experience that there's no way that AI will be able to recreate.
But as I give that AI data, it's going to collect that data. And as other people does, it's going to collect that. And then before long, they're going to have the same experience that we have.
And if you play that scenario out, that's true. And that's why when I look at it, if my recommendation to you would be figure out how to use it and engage with it. Because now maybe you're only able to bid 20 jobs a week, 10 jobs a week. There's some number. AI is the tool that we're talking about. There are other tools that could increase your productivity, but that is the one that is trillions are being invested into it. So it makes sense to try to adopt it. Even if you can't use it today, try to get somewhat familiar with
I
it.
guess what I'm saying is like, as AI, I mean, that's what they're doing right now. They are getting smarter by collecting data. As more data becomes available, they're building their intel, and then 5 years, 6 years, 10 years down the road, someone in my position, that I'm not saying they're targeting me by no means, but they're targeting all aspects of work to make it easier, to make it more efficient. But they get to the point where they have enough data, like, hey, they don't really need you, Spencer.
Well, not necessarily true, right?
My boss can go in there and it's like, hey,
Yeah,
this
but
is,
I disagree because your boss is also not just going to go in there and Gemini or one of these other, language models and just be like crank out a bid and feel comfortable that everything is.
it's going to depend on how it progresses in the next few years. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like how easy is it going to be?
But
I'm not suggesting that that's not a possibility at some point in the future, but I don't think you need to worry.
Well, no, I'll be retired by then, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying, I'm looking out for the guys, that work,
Sure,
that's going to be, coming up behind me.
sure.
yeah, but once again,
AI doesn't have the
That's what scares me.
AI is going to accelerate and enable, right?
Yeah.
You may think it's going to cause
Hey,
you to
Josh.
lose your job, but when the television came out, you know who fought against television so hard?
Radio.
Radio.
Yeah.
Radio. Because radio said, we're dead. We're dead. And maybe it's true that radio will someday die. But the projections when television came out was that radio was dead within a year. It was like, and people were literally terrified. And this was at the time too, where like unions were starting to become a thing, like, so, there was like a lot of animosity between the two groups.
Yeah.
But there's still a place in today's world for radio and television. And
Yeah. And in fact, today I would say radio probably is doing better than over-the-air broadcast television.
yeah, because of streaming.
Because of streaming.
Yeah.
But then that's a whole other ball game. Then you got streaming audio and everything else to go with it. So
you can think about it as, it's going to take all the jobs. Okay. But maybe that's true, but it's going to take certain aspects of your job, but your job needs to evolve. Right? Like, it needs to change and figure out, okay, well, if it's going to do these things, what can I spend my valuable time as the expert on?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. I mean, you take the same position at two different companies. If one person is leveraging AI to enhance his performance and just the ability to,
So you're saying AI is a new little blue pill?
I think the blue pill makes you aware.
Yeah.
No, that's the red pill.
Red pill. But yeah.
Or is the blue
In a
pill
sense.
something else?
Enhance your performance, yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the blue pill?
Like Viagra or Cialis.
See, I've never
Yeah,
taken it.
see.
You guys know about it. Yeah.
I
all
haven't
right.
taken it either.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
All right.
We're older than you are, Jeff.
I thought you were making a Matrix reference, the red pill or the blue
no,
pill.
no.
I was thinking the blue
No.
pill means you.
No.
Okay, bye. All right, I got you. All right. This video is sponsored by the blue pill.
The little blue pill.
The little blue pill. All right. Well, I think we've talked about this quite a bit.
Yeah.
You want to take us home, Chris?
Yeah, I'll take us home. Hey, look, the point here, guys, is don't be afraid to utilize artificial intelligence. You get out of it what you put in. You don't necessarily have to ask it to run your business or to create all of your proposals. But again,
Experiment and verify.
And verify. There you go.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it. Experiment and verify.
Mhm.
Yeah, EV, baby.
Even
See, we just coined that. I love it.
TM, EVTM.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. But hey, While you're here, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it with your family and friends, tell your mother we said hello. If you are in construction and you are looking for an efficient tool to enhance your bidding and costing, check us out, ProfitDig.com. Jeff?
Chris?
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Producer Jeff?
See you guys.
Thanks, guys. We'll see y'all on the other side.